A new adventure begins. We're back in Porto from our trip to Australia, and we've come back to our locker with our bikes inside, which are covered in dust, and we just opened it up. Haiku, I remembered the code, and we're bracing ourselves for another fantastic journey across Europe. So we don't know where we're going to go, but we know it's going to be an adventure, and these are the mighty steeds that are going to carry us on that. Them and Shanks's pony are going to drag us 5,000 kilometers across Europe. Well, we had a less than exciting ride here through Porto's traffic. They're very well behaved. There was nothing to complain about. Okay, yeah, terrible car, hate them. So we're at the railway station, and now we're going to catch a train up the Douro River. The Douro River Railway is supposed to be one of the great rail journeys of the world and goes for 3.5 hours. So we're going to the very end, and we're not cheating, we just really want to go on this Douro River Railway because we love trains, and I'm not going to miss out on one of the most beautiful train journeys in the world. And then we're going to ride from there up into out of the valley and stop for the night. So we've only got like a 14k ride at the end, but it's all uphill, and we haven't been on the bikes except for this very short ride for months, so they'll be interesting. And it'll be just on dark when we get there because we've spent the day just sorting out some stuff in Porto. The Kraken reckons Porto's terrible because everything's scattered all over the place and nothing's next door to each other. But it didn't seem that bad, and the riding, like I said, was very dignified. So we're waiting for the train because, you know, who knows what sort of train it's going to be, how hard it's going to be to get the bikes on board. But the tickets were very reasonable. It's like 13 euros 45 for the whole journey, and the bikes are included for free, but the train manager can kick them off, so you don't have to book them, you don't have to do anything, but at the last moment the train manager can say off, which would be disappointing because we booked the first couple of nights accommodation. Okay, cross your fingers for us.
At the end of our train journey today, we're going to show you a pretty new rail trail on the border of Portugal and Spain, and I'm quite excited. It's relatively new and in very good condition reportedly, and it literally starts at the train station.
Catching trains in Portugal and Spain is always an adventure, and this one's turned into an adventure again. So we're supposed to catch a train at 1:30, and that train a couple of minutes before it arrived was cancelled. So now there's another train at 15:25 which may or may not turn up, and if it turns up we may or may not be able to get the bikes on it. So we have no idea, but even inside it doesn't say it's going to the place that we're going there, but the railway staff saying no, it's going to the place that you're going, but it doesn't say that. It does not say that at all. It says that it's stopping well short of where we're going.
What's the name of the place it goes to?
Rega, R-E-G-U-A. So that's about halfway to where we want to go. So anyway, it's an adventure, and you've got to keep your hopes up, you've got to keep your, you know.
Why has it been cancelled, Charlie?
Well, first of all, it was track work, and then we found out what it is actually the driver just decided not to come because he's decided to go on strike. And, you know, that means the next one could be cancelled at the same time, because the last one seemed to get cancelled like 5 minutes before it was supposed to arrive. So we'll see if it turns up or not.
I always get ignored, I don't exist. I'm sick. It's alright, I'm fine, I'm just passing the time. I need you in my life, when I'm with you I can't move, it feels like I'm losing my mind. Yeah, I kinda like it.
Douro River, and we've been running alongside it for about half an hour now. It's very pretty. One of the great train journeys of the world, I don't think so, but it is very pretty. And even before we got to the Douro River, we ran through some wine growing regions, and you know, looking at the vineyards on either side was really impressive. You know, Porto is for port, so I take it they grow port here. But it's very pretty, and you can see there's some old money here. But surprisingly, there's quite a few ruins as well.
I really like this train journey so far. The scenery is just like beautiful water punctuated by gorgeous old buildings with Portuguese tiles sparkling in the sunshine. It's absolutely gorgeous. This river is very alive. We're seeing yachts and jet skis and windsurfers and little dinghies and all sorts of things cruising up and down. Oh, and big river boats. It's really cool, and the buildings are beautiful.
Rock coming, here we go, but it's pretty close. Yeah, big rock, and then we're back close again to the water. It's almost built on the water. There it goes there. We're like, well, we're literally like a foot away from the water. Okay, the trip's been going great, and one of the things we learned is when you hit the river, for the majority of the trip you want to be on the right hand side of the train, and then obviously it crosses over and then you just hop over on the left. The train really empties out. I think we're one of the very few people left on the train, and being that the train before us was cancelled, I take it most of the time these trains are almost running empty, so you'll have no problems getting seats, and the driver and the conductor seem very friendly and jovial. But the countryside is amazing, and when you look at it you see how rough the land is, and then when you get to the cultivated bits, the way they've tamed the land, it just looks like backbreaking, horrible work, but very impressive. Even now when most of the work's done, just harvesting it just brings a tear to my eye.
It's been a while since I've seen your face. How you been? I'll admit I've really missed this place. Just so you know you haven't been replaced, 'cause I still think of you now like nothing has changed. And we just can't deny our hearts still beating time. We're both still synchronized, whoa. And we can't let a lie in between you and I. There's always love we hide.
Check out the stunning views. Seriously. Ready? Look at that. Unbelievable. Can you hear the cicadas? It's 7:20 in the evening, still quite bright, and it's very warm.
Okay, we're out in the wilds, going along a greenway along the Douro Valley. The Douro River is down there. There's just vineyards everywhere, and we're coming along this old railway line, which is just going up and up and up, but very manageable. Here's the Kraken, and she's going to talk to us about how she's feeling 4 kilometers into the ride.
I'm already shagged. We've been off the bikes for a while. That's it. Just like, I'm looking forward to getting to the hotel. It's nearly 8 o'clock, so keep going.
And it's nearly 8 o'clock, and it's very light and it's very warm, so it makes a complete difference than the last time we were in Portugal riding, where it was freezing.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yesterday was a day of contrasts. So we got up, we went to Perfect Space. Of course they weren't opened, even though they said they were going to be open. So PJ had to go back, find the code, come back, let us in. The excitement of that was supposedly our code's not supposed to work and it's not supposed to let us in. We got an email from them today saying that they'd meet us there today, and sorry about the inconvenience. And sorry the code doesn't work. There's been a problem with the system, so we're very lucky. Then we went to the railway station, and unfortunately the train was cancelled because of the strike. There was not a strike, but luckily the next train let us in. Oh my God, putting bikes on trains here is such an ordeal. Just be fully warned that in that whole train there was spaces for 2 bikes. 2 bikes.
And we got in first.
We got in first. There was other people waiting on the platform with 2 bikes that were not allowed on.
At the wrong end of the platform.
At the wrong end of the platform. So it's who is there first gets it. Okay, and there's no way to book them. So it's like who gets to the bike spots first.
That's for the interregional trains, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, then we took a beautiful train journey. I may have poo-pooed it a little bit online, but it was really devastatingly beautiful. And then we got to the end and we went on this greenway, which is effectively the railway line used to go across and go to these villages downstream. I mean, I'll let PJ talk about it. I really enjoyed it, but PJ may have...
I struggled uphill. We did quite a lot of climbing, but the views were stunning.